Now that I have your attention, can I talk about the books I bought? Pace yourself, because we have a lot. Number one, I have the first two books of Phantasma Wicked Games series. I think there's going to be 4 books in the series in total, and the other 2 are not published yet. And everybody's talking about Enchantra is way better than Phantasma, and Phantasma is my favorite book of the year, and literally a 6-star read. So I'm so excited. I've already read this book. I read this book in one sitting, 9 hours. Absolutely amazing. I just filmed an in-depth review about this book. Haven't read this book, haven't read the synopsis either, don't know anything about the books. If you ask me, I don't know. I'm not the type to look into books before I buy them, because I just need to know it enough to want to buy it and then read the book. If I know how the story is going to go already, I don't want to read it anymore. Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Meir. Accomplice to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Meir. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. An Apprentice to the Villain. I think this is the second book. Assistant, Apprentice, and Accomplice. Hannah Nicole Meir. Now, let me tell you something about Hannah Nicole Meir. This is my first book of hers that I read. And Assistant to the Villain, the idea of the book really intrigues me. When I heard that the villain is going to fall in love with the assistant, I was like, say less, say less. I need this book in my hands right now, in my possession right now. I need this book in my head. Get on my head. I needed this book. I started reading this book. 54 pages in, I still don't know the villain's name. The villain is being called the villain. That's a little cringe, ain't it? Also, I feel like this book would be 10, 20 times better if I can read this in Evangelina's narrative rather than a third person's narrative. Not because I don't like a third person's narrative, because Phantasma was written in a third person's narrative, but I feel like in Phantasma, I feel like I am witnessing the scenes. I was able to imagine all the scenes. I was able to go through the story without having to guess who is saying who. But with this book, the narrator kind of have ADHD. I feel like I was being told a story by someone who have ADHD and can't focus on a topic for more than 2 minutes. The characters are jumping from place to place, and I just get confused. I mean, I don't get confused who's saying who, because obviously the book is providing that. The narrator is telling me who's saying who, but, I feel like the dialogues are not smooth, and it's just not a smooth read for me. Maybe because this is like my first few fantasy books I've ever read in my entire life, so I might have to give this another go. And yeah, for now, I don't think I'm going to be picking this book up anytime soon. Well, that's a waste, but... And then I bought the Powerless series by Lauren Roberts. So there's this girl on YouTube. I searched up romance fantasy